paragraphs.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Why my glasses give such a glare? Well. All right, I'm going to give one more minute, and then we're going to get started. How is everybody doing? We're like one day away from August. So excited. Who all's be cute? Raise of hands for July. Nice. Yay, congrats, ladies. Who has it enhanced commission? Woo woo. Good job. Awesome. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to mute everyone for now. I'm very, very, very excited about, I don't know why. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about August. Just excited. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started right off the bat. I would love, if you have questions, write them down. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time at the end of the call, or we have the chat feature. I don't know if you can do it on the phone. If you can, somebody write how to do it on a phone. If you're on your computer, there's a chat button down at the bottom. It pulls up the chat. It's just like a live video on Facebook. You can literally write comments. I can read them. So ask questions if you have them. But I'm very excited because I know a lot of you have not been here at the end of summer, beginning of fall. A lot of you, like raise of hands if you have just started since January or since December. Since November. Okay, so it's really exciting. This is a really, really exciting time. And I feel like for me personally, does anybody, if you've been here into summer, beginning of fall, this is the most exciting time. So here's why August is important. We're one day away from August. You guys, summer is starting to end, praise God. But we are laying foundations for fall. In August, you're simply laying a foundation for fall. And what is so special about fall are so many things. We have so many events. We have football. Who in United States of America doesn't watch football? Not a lot. We all watch football. So there's constantly events for football to be promoting. There's Halloween, there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, so many things come in the fall and into winter that are really great for our business. But the most exciting things are, if you were not here in August of last year, I cannot tell you exactly the dates that it's going to be this year, but what I can tell you is the fall bundles went on sale at the end of August last year. Crazy that is that so crazy to think that we could know fall colors at the end of the end of this next month, and then fall line the fall line launched the very first week of September. So we're literally 4 to 5 weeks away from knowing fall colors, which is so exciting. And you guys, ladies love fall. Am I the only one that is so excited? But everybody loves fall. I feel like it's just one of those basic things of being a woman. We all love the candles. We love the events. We love the fresh crisp in the air. And I feel like for me, getting a manicure was always the first thing that I did in fall. So Okay, is my sound messing up for anybody else? Okay, I don't know. Maybe Tabitha, try getting, or not Tabitha, Brianna, try getting back, like off and then back on. Maybe that'll help. But for so many women, fall is the best season, and fall colors on your nails is just, that's what you do, okay? So here tonight, I'm going to chat about 3 F's to prep for fall. And if you're on the leader call, you got 3 F's, and you're going to get 3 more F's. And they're going to be the same but kind of different. So bear with me if you're on the leader call. So 3 F's to prep for fall. The fundamentals. So we in August are really focusing on just sticking to the basics. No fluff. We're not going to have any crazy trainings. I know that some of you are newer and you got thrown into like all these pages, and like we're constantly doing like trainings and challenges. Like, we're getting rid of the fluff, and we're really just sticking to the basics, the fundamentals of just showing up every single day. It's that simple. There's no rocket science behind this. You see me sitting here today as a senior executive director, not because of my skill set, but because I literally showed up every single day. And I showed up in the team page. I showed up in team calls. When regional meetings came around, I was the first one to hop on, go into regional meetings. You better bet I was the first one signing up for conference. I show up in my VIP group every day, like just the basic show up for your business every single day. It's that simple. Those are your fundamentals. The second F is that's gonna be focus. So what are we going to really, we have the fundamentals, we have the basics. What is our focus? And let's break it down a little bit week by week so that we don't get overwhelmed. So we are going to kind of really focus on the funneling system that I love so much, which is basically you start somebody out with a sample, and then you turn that sample into a customer, and then you turn that customer into a hostess, and then you turn that hostess into a stylist. That is my system, tried and true. I love it. And so we're really going to focus on that. So first week of August. And that, what's so fun is August 1st is a Thursday, which is our like Monday, basically, because we get paid on Thursday. Our week starts on a Thursday. You follow me? So like we get paid from Thursday to a Wednesday. So I just think it's fun that August 1st is a Thursday. So first week, we are going to focus on getting samples on people's nails. Simple as that. Do not just rely on posting a graphic in your VIP group for somebody to please get a sample. Like, you have to be handing these out. Like, if somebody, okay, I'm notorious. If somebody asks me in person, like, oh, I love your nails, I break out in a cold sweat. I hyperventilate a little bit. In my mind, I'm like, do I say it? Do I not? What do I do? Okay, just say, oh my gosh, thank you. They're Color Street. Have you heard about it? Like, just don't freak out. Hand samples out in person. Have them ready to go. I'm loving right now in our leader chat, we have a couple of girls who like put these cute little baggies together. They're like leaving them at the dressing room, like when they're trying on their clothes. So maybe we can have a thread of just different ways to get, like creative ways to get samples out, because we all know the simple way is obviously striking up conversation about it. And then this is a perfect time to give to teachers, give to your kids' coaches, or dance teachers or cheer teachers, whatever it might be. A good way to think of it is like you make a Frank list, and I'll probably butcher this, but it's like friends, relatives, something with an A.
Acquaintance.
Type it out in the chat. I did butcher it. I knew I would. Okay, but it's Frank, and we'll tell you what that is in a second, okay? But there's plenty of people to get these samples on, but that's what you're focusing on in your first week. You're going to be consistent in sharing and asking. A kind of acquaintance, there we go. A good statistic that I read long ago, and this is not just in nail polish product, this is in any industry, is it will take somebody up to 8 times to see a product to really commit to trying it. So you might have to continue to just be consistent with sharing it and you'll eventually get somebody. Like I'm talking to this girl right now. She asked for a sample. She's been following me since the day I started Color Street, and she's just now asking for a sample. So just be consistent with that, following up, making sure that you are tracking who you're giving samples to. I do want to say sometimes it's hard if you're leaving at places. Obviously, you don't know who's picking it up. But if you are with the person as they're trying it, get their contact information. Don't just hand them a business card and think that they're going to return your message or, reach back out to you. Remember, your business is your priority. It is not their priority. They are not sitting day in and day out thinking about this product like we are. So we have to take ownership and remember that it's our priority to reach out and our responsibility to reach out to these people. But before I get into the rest of them, I do want to show you, I think April Brand is the one that started this, kind of tracking where people are in the funneling system. And I recently started doing this because I'm doing a training on it at a conference and I felt like I needed to do it. But it's so easy and I just love it. So I got my whiteboard. You could do a poster board, you could do whatever. And you probably can't see it, but you just divide it into 4 columns and it says sample, customer, hostess, stylist. So when I send a sample out, I'm going to write their name, or, when I give someone a sample, I'm going to write their name and I'm going to write when I need to follow up. I usually wait, if I've mailed it to them, I usually wait 5 to 7 days just to make sure that obviously it's gotten to them. And then, like I said, this product is not really people's priority, so they might shove it in a junk drawer and forget that they have it. So just write a little simple follow-up date. And then you're going to do it for all of them. And then that's going to take you into week 2, which is where we're going to focus on customers. So this is making sure that you're reaching back out to these people who you sent samples to, follow up with them, and you're going to turn them into a customer. So basically what I like to do, I will reach out to them. I will say, hey girl, have you had a chance to try the sample I gave you? Nothing crazy. Yes, Andrea, I was going to say, you can literally use whatever form of tracking system you want. I am more of a pen and paper, I need it staring in my face type person. So I do like this, but if you are very tech savvy, there's so many different ways you can track. But as far as reaching back out to them and following up, I am very simple. Not a lot of fluff. I just say, hey, girl. I might look back on their posts and say, looks like y'all had fun at the lake. Hey, have you had a chance to try the sample I gave you? That'll open up conversation. They'll either say, yes, I love them, and you can do one of 2 things. I personally will either tell them, hey, I've got some stock. I can sell you a set out of my stock for $10, or give them a little first time customer deal type thing. Or you can just direct them to your site and say, hey, what do you normally wear? Do you normally wear solids? Do you normally wear glitters? Do you normally wear nudes? And help them shop for a color. All this making sense so far? If you fail to follow up and it's been a hot minute, yes, I have done this where I have failed to follow up. I have not been 100% committed to following up. And if you have failed to do it, literally, even if it was 6 months ago, hey girl, I was just thinking about you. Hey, you know what? We never really, finished our conversation about Color Street. Something simple like that. But it's okay. That happens. It totally happens. But yeah, like Ashley said, start now. Start the system. Start being consistent with the system. Okay, so even past this, so you've followed up with all of the people you've sent samples to. Some other ways to get some sales during that week. So we're hoping that second week is going to be your big sale week, to where you're BQing, you're already hitting enhanced commission. But I like to run monthly. Some people do weekly. For me personally, that's just way too much, but run a monthly VIP party in my VIP group. And I'll either do a mystery hostess party where, everybody that orders through that link gets an entry to, and you can split it up however you want to split up the hostess rewards. We have girls' night in templates that you can use. Just make it really, really fun. It can be themed. The great thing about fall and coming into the end of the year is we have so many different things that we can, pick from. We have fall themes. We have football, like all the holiday stuff. But just commit to throwing a monthly VIP party in your VIP group on that second week of the month. And this can be also, so like you can post on your personal page a little invite to, this can be like your monthly little invite to your VIP group. So you're consistently building that up. Okay, so now let's go back. And if you look at my list, I have people who have purchased Color Street in my customer lane, and I am going to be messaging these people in the third week of the month. I'm going to be focusing on booking parties for September. So this is all going to be for the next month. Hopefully you guys have some parties booked for August. If not, work on that now. But the third week of August, we're going to focus on booking parties for September, so you're set up for success in September. So what you're going to do is every customer that you had last week, you're going to reach out to them. Hopefully they've gotten their nails by now. Hopefully they've tried them, and you're going to follow up with them. You're going to make sure they like them. You're going to make sure that they applied them correctly. 98% of the time somebody does not like Color Street, it's because they're not applying them well, and it's our responsibility to help them out, give them all the tips that we have, all the jazz. But you're going to be following up with these customers and then inviting them to be a hostess. And I'm not going to give a lot of tips on this because we just had our Party Hard training in the Foundations to Flourish group. So just if you have questions on hosting, asking people to host, converting customers to hostess, if you have questions on that, make a little note to go follow up in the Foundations to Flourish group on all the posts, all in the unit section. It's under the Party Hard training. Okay? But we're booking September parties, and like I said, there's the fall themes, there's the football themes. I'm sure our great and mighty Lane, who does all the graphics, is going to bring out all the stops. I'm sure she will, so we'll have lots of fun things. But let's reverse engineer again and think about, figuring out how many parties you need to book to hit your goal well, you'll be thinking about September at that point, okay? So third week of August, we're focusing on booking parties for September. Figure out how much money you want to make in September or how much you want to sell, and then reverse engineer it and see about how many parties you need to book. And then in that third week of August, you need to book those. All right, any questions so far? Is this making sense? I hope so. Okay, so now we're on fourth week of August. We are going to be focusing on recruiting. So this is basically kind of going back to our board. You're going to, all the ladies that you have had host a party, in August or in July. At this point, we're just kind of going back to how, if you haven't followed up with a hostess. Follow up with these hostesses, and do not prejudge a hostess. If her party's sat at 0, please still reach out to her. She might want to be a stylist, and she just might be afraid to even ask you about it because her party hit 0. She just might be really self-conscious about it. I had a stylist who her party hit 0. I reached out to her. She said, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it because my party didn't go well. You guys, that's no reflection of how their business is going to be. So make sure that you're reaching out to every hostess that you have had and work on, getting them from a hostess to a stylist. And then you're also obviously reaching beyond just people who have hosted a party. You're going to be talking about this on your social media. And what I'm talking about is you're going to be talking about our stylist sneak peek. So our stylist sneak peek is going to be that fourth week of the month. So this is a perfect opportunity to invite people to. It takes all the pressure off of you. You don't have to know all the answers and the ins and outs of what it means to be a stylist. Like if you're new and you think, oh, but I'm new, like I don't know if I need to be leading anybody. Yes, you do. I promise you. If you have somebody underneath you, it is great accountability. So you do need to be leading somebody. And even if you've only been in this for a month, like you have every single resource available to give to somebody for them to succeed, because you are going to connect them into the team page, into the training. So that's what we're going to do the 4th week of the month. So I know that was a lot to talk about under that second F of focus. But for August, we're focusing on just the basics of getting a sample on somebody, turning them into a customer, turning them into a hostess, turning them into a stylist. Okay, super simple. I mean, it's not easy, but it is super simple. And that's like all of us leaders, our heart is just to keep this simple. So then the third thing that we're going to do in August is we're going to have a lot of fun. If you're not having fun, then like you're probably not doing something right. It means you're thinking about it too much. Like stop thinking and just do. Like this is fun. We sell nail polish, okay? Very simple, very fun product. It's colorful. Like there's so many people who love this. Just keep it fun. And that is what we're going to do for August. So any questions about any of that? I kind of rushed through it a little just to make sure I shared it all. No? Thanks, April. So Frank's is friends, relatives, acquaintances, kids, parents, then everyone else. Perfect. Okay, so who's excited that like the thought of fall colors, you'll be able to like get a bundle in like 4 to 5 weeks? Like that is so exciting. I looked back on my emails today because I was like, when did it release last year? And I went to look back on my emails and it was all like very end of August, beginning of September. And honestly, that's when like our team blew up. Like fall is just a really good season of just fun, exciting things. So that's why they are probably retiring a lot of those sets that we just got the list of, making some room for some new shades. I am sure too at conference we'll get a sneak peek at that. They did last conference. So anyways, okay guys, well if no questions, I really want us to just keep it simple in August, okay? And just really go through that funneling system. And obviously in the team page, like we're really going to help you guys out. Like I said, we're not going to have any crazy trainings, but there are going to be, that we're going to focus on samples, customers, hostesses, and stylists. So in the team page, we might have little challenges for you to do here and there. So just make sure that you're staying connected to the team page, or if it's not the big team page because it might be overwhelming, stay connected to, whoever your leader is. Wow, did not realize there were 42 of us on here. So yay! Good job, guys. All right, so I adore every single one of you. We were on the leader call. We're going to hop off in a second, I promise. I'm just rambling at this point. But we were on the leader call at 8 o'clock, and I literally was like in tears talking to them because I get overwhelmed sometimes at this opportunity. I've been in direct sales for 4 years, and for a season, I loved the company that I was with. But when it comes down to actually earning income and actually being successful, this company is unbelievable. And the potential you have is insane. So I promise if you just dig deep, kind of lean in to everything that we provide you guys, you have everything you need to succeed. And I'll leave on a quote that I shared with the leaders that I have fallen in love with. And I'm going to butcher it again, you guys, if I don't read it. So hang on. I tend to mess quotes up very often. Hang on. Let's see. Here. Okay. Our mindset, not our skill set, is what holds us back. Okay. Our mindset, not our skill set, is what holds us back. So remember, and I shared a quote. I'll share this other quote by Will Smith. It says, "The only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I am not afraid to die on a treadmill. You might have more talent than me. You might be smarter than me. But if we get on a treadmill together, there's two things. You are getting off first or I'm going to die. It's that simple. And it's so true in any business, in any life. I mean, just life in general. Like most of the time, it has nothing to do with our skill set, but everything to do with our mindset. If you're being held back, it's not because of your skill set, because we have all the resources. We're sharing everything that we do with you. It's usually right here in between your ears or whatever, right here. It's your mindset, okay? So just remember that. Dig deep this month. Have fun. I adore you guys. I hope you'll have a great night. Any questions, ask away. I will have this recording up by tomorrow night, okay? All right. Bye, guys.